Yeah, g'day and welcome back to the Morning Line. It's time to bring in a man we haven't had a chat with in a few weeks. His Kosci tour rolls on across the great state of New South Wales, and we get to check in with him and where he is today and where he's heading. And I know for a fact where he is today is a big horse racing population, a big horse racing town. They're keen on their horses and they're keen on the Kosciuszko. Very good morning to you, Mr. Dave Stanley. Where are you today?
Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, everyone. I'm at the Warilla Hotel here on the south coast of New South Wales, so just south of Wollongong, right near Shell Harbour, the home of the Volk for UFC fans. And you're right, they love the three things here: rugby league, horse racing and having a good time. And I tell you what, they were here in full swing last night when the Tab were in town. It's all part of the Kosciuszko tour. Getting out, promoting the fact that the $5 tickets are available and you can buy them at your local. You can obviously jump online and get them via the Tab app or the website, but to come down with your mates and family, maybe win a ticket, and who knows, you could be off to Royal Randwick in October to win a lot of money.
Yeah, you certainly could be, for sure. It's a great little spot, that, because that area, that catchment area, I guess, of horses kind of stretches down then towards Queanbeyan and Canberra. You've still got the coast and then a bit inland as well. So I know for a fact that there's some strong gallopers trained around that area, and I'm sure if someone was to win a ticket, especially from the Warilla Hotel, there's plenty of good options to choose from when it comes to a Kosciuszko.
Oh, very much so, mate. And we've seen before a couple of tabs and pubs pick up spots actually in the past. I know that a lot of people around the Shell Harbour area have been involved with the Kosci, and of course Art Cadeau being trained in Berry, not too far away, by Terry Robinson. I know that he was selected by a few of those people in the past. So look, it is a great part of the world down here. One great thing about travelling all around the state of New South Wales is not only we get to go to some great pubs and clubs, but we also get to see some beautiful things. Everywhere you go, there's always a racetrack. Everywhere you go, there's always a story about a good horse or a good win. As mentioned, down here, there's a couple of guys that have actually got a horse racing today at Hawkesbury. Now, I haven't checked the scratchings, so I apologise if it has been scratched, because I know there's been some wet weather around New South Wales, but it's called Warilla Gorilla. And I think you'll find it's in race 5. Adabel Neesham trains it. They were quite keen, the Punters Club, to tell me last night about this horse. I don't know if it's going to win today. It's pretty big odds, Warilla Gorilla, but it's named after the footy club down here because they're called the Gorillas. A lot of people from all the footy club and the pub and other sporting teams are in it, and that's one thing I love about getting on the road, mate. You get to hear and see a lot of things, and it just makes you realise that you and I are exactly the same. We will be sitting here one day and enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, spot on, mate. It's race 4, number 8 there, punters. Warilla Gorilla, Tommy Sherry riding for the Neesham and Archibald team, barrier 9. It's a big price too, so I think there'll be some drinks flowing at that pub if it's able to get up, mate. Warilla Gorilla. Hey, let's speak of the Kosciuszko this year. We'll take a look at how the market's shaping up, because it's been a few weeks, as we mentioned off the top, since we've done this. So while there hasn't been a whole lot of change, there is a few little movers and shakers within the market, and this is how it's looking as it stands. So front page is still your favourite at $5, and it's just out of touch from $4.50. The move, and probably fairly so, Dave, Clear Thinking, $7 into $6 is now a pretty clear second fave. Opal Ridge at $8, and then obviously heaps of chances down the board at double figures. Far Too Easy, She's Exotic. Cavalier Charles came out a few weeks ago and really stamped itself as a competitor in this year's event. Let's touch on our second favourite though, DS, Clear Thinking. Gee, isn't this a really well-bred horse, of course, out of Sweet Idea, who was a Group 1 winner, multiple Group 1 placed, and just lightly raced this mare, coming off this Randwick Highway win back in early July, so they're taking their time with it. It's been tipped out for a little freshen. It'll come back, I think, of those in single figures, if I had to pick one, and I know Front Page is searching for 3 of these on the bounce, but if I had to pick one in single figures, it'd be this horse.
Yeah, just the way he burst through here. I mean, it was a lovely ride by Zach Lloyd, wasn't it? And then just lengthens out this last 100. You think, oh, gee, are we home? Right here, bang. And I think there's a bit of hands and heels there. Yes, he's using the Persuader a little bit with Clear Thinking, but overcame that trouble, and it was a different style of win to what we'd seen in previous times, Lewis, with Clear Thinking, where she'd maybe, been at Scone and blown them away, where she controlled the race. So, look, the one thing about Front Page is, he's been there, done it. He is the class horse. In my opinion, probably deserves to be shorter because of the horses he has been racing. The fact that he is $5 in a pre-noms market, you know that he's going to be picked. I'm surprised he's not a little bit shorter, to be honest, than $5. Opal Ridge is at $8, as you mentioned. There is another horse as well, and I see it's now in the ownership or the training of Matt Dunn. Remember that good horse that was trained up there by Stephen Jones? Remember Jack? Now, it is with Matt Dunn now. Now, I'm going to try and talk to Matt Dunn on radio at some point this week on Racing HQ, so keep an eye on the podcast. I know that on the morning line you'll try and chat with him as well. But it's got a huge chance. Remember what it was doing, Lewis, as a youngster? It's got a lot of ability. Now with Matt, obviously with the change of trainer, and no doubt you have to think the Cosy is on its radar.
I was just having a look at its record as you brought that up. It won 2 of its first 3, Musselbrook, Tamworth, and then was really competitive, like high benchmark level around Scone and Newcastle. Came to Rosehill, ran 4th in a highway there, so you'd have to think it's a chance. And I'll try and find out what price it is as well, because that's not a bad shout you've picked up there, DS. And I take your point, Front Page, because when you're betting into those pre-noms and futures markets, you've got to think, okay, well, if this horse makes the field, what price will it start on the day? And you're 100% right. It'll be picked 100%, and it'll be shorter than $5 on the day. That's for sure and certain, unless something was to go drastically wrong. So it's probably not a bad shout to have something on Front Page still at that $5. But, gee, I think that well-bred Clear Thinking out of that smart mare from Waterhouse and Bott, really well-bred, in the right camp as well, and with so much upside, is a definite player, DS. I know that you'll be often spruiking the tickets, the Cosy tickets today at the Warilla. Hopefully the Volk might come down and grab some. To be fair, it'd be great to have him involved. For those who are getting around the area, and even where you're going tomorrow, how do they get their tickets, and what do you got on offer for the punters at these venues you're at?
Well, first and foremost, tickets on sale, as you see on screen, $2 million of prize money up for grabs. You can either do it via your Tab app, or you can come into an agency, a club or a pub where we're at today and buy them. You can also buy them on track. Big tip, firstly, if you do buy them via the last 3 methods I mentioned, make sure you register them, because like any docket, receipt, things can fail. You can maybe lose them in the car or the wallet. Just register them, so that way then if you do win that slot, we can obviously get in contact with you, or Racing New South Wales can get in contact with you. Today we're obviously in Warilla. We'll have a tab in town today. This afternoon, we head to the cherry capital of New South Wales. We go to Young. We're at the Australian Hotel in Young this arvo. I'll be running a bit of a punters challenge tonight there in Young. And then, of course, tomorrow morning I'll be broadcasting radio and most likely talking to you. One thing as well, and I can't believe they've allowed me to do this, but I can tell you that later on today here at the Warilla Hotel and also in Young, the 2024 Kosciuszko Trophy will be with me, and it will be coming around New South Wales with me. Worth a lot of money. As I said, I do not know who has approved this and let Stanley throw the trophy in the back of the mobile studio. And when I say throw, obviously it'll be delicately placed. But how exciting is that a trophy worth over $70,000, the Kosciuszko Trophy for 2024, gets to come to the Warilla Hotel, the Australian Hotel at Young, and people can have a photo with that particular trophy and experience. Maybe just an early way that it could be for them come October if they win obviously if they win a spot and win the race. Who knows? But I think that's really awesome. I've got to thank Race New South Wales and the Australian Turf Club for allowing us that, and obviously we'll take very, very good care of it.
Mate, I hope we get to see it tomorrow morning. It's great you're taking it around. You actually might have to get Alex Volkanovski down there just for a bit of personal security as you carry that around to the pubs and clubs. All right, we'll chat with you tomorrow from Young. I don't think anyone's ever mentioned Young without saying it is the cherry-picking capital of the world, so hopefully you bring me back a few, mate. They're very delicious, and I'm sure you'll be enjoying some yourselves. We'll chat to you tomorrow morning. Best of luck to you for the rest of the day there in Warilla, and safe drives, and we'll chat to you from Young.
Fantastic, mate. Looking forward to chatting to you tomorrow.
Dave Stanley there as the Kosciuszko Tour rolls on. Punters, don't forget you can buy your tickets, $5 a pop, as many as you like. Those New South Wales residents only. You've got to be in it to win it for the Kosciuszko in 2024.